Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Adecco Employment Service in Lincoln is saluting the men and women in uniform who are standing tall for our freedom. Let's remember them by continuing to donate blood for our returning injured military. Be a silent hero and give blood today. It could save the life of a soldier. This special reminder is courtesy of Adecco Employment Service in Lincoln. For all your employment opportunities and services, give them a call at 467-5050. That's Adecco Employment Service at 467-5050.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de the Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hungered in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Welcome in to the Ahman Green Show, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach.
Look at Green.
Green.
All right, welcome into the Ahman Green Show. I am Harrison Arns. No Ahman Green yet, but we still got the guys live there for the Super Bowl right there on Radio Row. But before we go ahead and get there, as we got Jake and Jay Foreman pulling in live from Radio Row down there in Vegas, we still got a couple of Super Bowl squares to give away, and we got 2 trivia questions. The first one, to go ahead and give these answers. We will give you those squares. First question, in the year 75, who was the other All-Pro back with O.J. Simpson? So again, the year 75, who was the All-Pro back with O.J. Simpson? And then for the second question, you can name any year Ahman Green was a Pro Bowler. And first one to get that one in, Super Bowl square is yours, along with who was that All-Pro back in the year 75 on the roster with O.J. Simpson. With that being said, though, we'll go ahead and plug these guys in live from Radio Row down there in Vegas.
What's going on, Harrison? Good to see you. Ahman Green. Yeah, we'll hope to see him soon. Should have a text. Have not heard back yet. But Jay Foreman still with me, hanging out Radio Row.
Of course.
We're still here?
Yeah, we're still here. We haven't withered away, Harrison. This is the thing about Jake, man. Here's the deal, Harrison. I don't know if you've heard.
Here we go.
So a touchdown. Try to get a hold of Jake. Jake did a really great job. Not good job. Came over, set everything up. So we had to get our credentials by 5.
Yesterday.
Barely get it done. I'm thinking like, okay, we'll get our credentials by 5. Maybe grab a beer, get something to eat, go to opening night. Nope. Jake Sorensen, captain of all time, on time. We got to be there right at 6, right? Lo and behold, then we got to walk 5 miles to the bus.
Felt like it.
Get on the bus, walk another 5 miles, go through national security, walk down these steps, Harrison, and then all the way onto the field for 3 hours.
But
your boy didn't eat for 24 hours straight.
But we got you a nice steak last night. You had some Buffalo Bills fans. You saw at the.
It worked out magnificently because Jake was outnumbered 3-1. Buffalo Bills fans to his 1 Dolphin fan. So it worked out great, man.
Yeah, but you know what? We got a good steak. You got, I think we're back to being famished though again. We have only had this morning the breakfast here. There's no protein, it's just like a bunch of sugar stuff, which is fine. People like that. We didn't have lunch. I think we had. You count the 5 wings we had as lunch.
We had 5 wings, 15 pieces of celery, and 25 pieces of carrots.
So, we haven't we didn't make our way down to the actual buffet or whatever it was for lunch. So we had, there was a booth at the Bounty booth. Bounty Paper Towels had 5 wings. Shout out to them for giving us some substance. I also got you a little sample of some fried catfish. That was good.
Fried catfish
from the New Orleans, the Super Bowl hosted next year, which is great. Other than that, I got some jerky. And so, Harrison and listeners, we are ready for some food later on after this show is over. But it has been a fun day. If you miss any of it, again, we had Carrot Top on. He was actually very good. Fellow Dolphins fan, Carrot Top. Had some good conversation. Laura Oakman of Galvanize, as well as NFL on Fox and Westwood One, stopped by for about 15 minutes. We had Chef Michael Mina, who told us to stop by. Listen, he said stop by his restaurant.
We stopping by.
And he'd take care of us in some capacity. So we're going to stop by and say hi to Michael Mina.
And Harrison, guess what my new job is?
Let's hear it. What has Jake got you up to?
National taste tester for Michael Mina's restaurant. He has 32 restaurants across the nation. I just signed a 2-year NIL deal with him that I get to fly around and taste his new menus, man.
That's a win right
Phenomenal.
there. What being down there with all these interviews, I heard you even getting Rick Harrison. I'm a big Pawn Stars guy, so I'm excited about that one.
And we
do have Ahman Green on the way. I just heard back from him, so we'll get there. And we did get the trivia question. So the question for the All-Pro year for Ahman Green, that one is now out of the way. So only one left. We still haven't gotten a correct answer for you. Who was that All-Pro back? 75 year, same roster with O.J. Simpson. The first person to get that one right.
I bet you I know
we're
that
still
answer.
there. Yeah,
Jay Foreman.
I think you could probably take a swing at it and get it right.
Can I get in the Super Bowl square?
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big hint for our listeners. Hearing Jay Foreman right there, just call out saying he could probably guess it. But we will have him on Green. But I want to ask you guys, with all the guests you've had, what to you has been so far the most surprising, best interview? Well, I don't want to say best. I want to rank any of these interviews we've had, but what's been just a surprising and awesome interview?
Go ahead, Jay.
It's been hard because
the most surprising.
Surprising. I'm gonna say surprise. I'm gonna say Carrot Top.
It has to be Carrot Top. It has to be
because he's the most interesting character that we've met. He's a comedian, obviously worldwide comedian, but sports and football, he was just one of the guys. You guys couldn't see it from my point of view, but once we started talking about the Dolphins and football, it's like he just sat back and chilled like he was at
having a good time.
So I think he was probably the most, I guess, refreshing and the one I guess I was surprised about.
I would agree, Jay. I mean, I'm not surprised. Laura Oakman was fantastic, but
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. She's a renowned broadcaster.
Right.
Obviously, just a great person in general in terms of her life passion and life mission. So that wasn't surprising. I expected that from her. And Michael Mina, of course, talking food, I was not surprised to hear that be awesome. But Carrot Top, he was doing Radio Row a lot of different places. I don't know what to expect from him, but like you said, he was somebody that was easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Talked a little NFL. We talked about Vegas, his time here as a performer and what he does. He brought up what he does for Andy Reid. He's got the dinner menu in terms of a playbook.
Yeah, we saw a guy, Andy Reid's little
We saw-
doppelganger last night.
We saw fake Andy Reid.
Absolutely. And what's been the buzz? I keep hearing it sounds like a lot of the fan base right there seems like it's heavy 49ers fans looking around. What is the
it's
fan
bang,
base
bang,
looking like?
Niner gang. You know what time it is. I played at the 49ers. I would say I participated when I was with the 49ers, but either way, I was a Niner. I don't really take it that serious, but if I'm pulling for a team, I'm going for the Niners. Chiefs fans are annoying, and there's a lot. It's so close to San Francisco. It's a heavy. You start to see more San Francisco media members come in today. But one dude that we can't miss, Harrison, is Tech Nine.
Just walked back in again.
Walking back in. Yesterday he was in all red. Today he's in all black. The funny thing about Tech Nine, I used to listen to one of his songs before a game.
Okay.
And now he is. I can't say the name of it, but it was one of the songs I used to get it hyped to before the game.
Yeah.
He came over here on air. I would start rapping it to us so we could get a little flow session.
You got to probably get a little bit of the
FCC.
Yeah, FCC, the dump button possibly.
But you get in it with it, Jake.
Hey man, sing that song for me.
Harrison,
bump that song for me, Tech Nine.
Yeah, we get Jake in there, getting it cracking. You know what, Jake? That's our week goal. Next selfie. Listen,
with Tech Nine.
Harrison, did you know that we had a selfie with Kenny Mayne?
No, that is news to me.
Oh my God, it was awesome. It was awesome. My man rolled his ankle, had a high ankle sprain, and a sore Achilles from flag football in the backyard. And
there it is. Harrison, look at that.
Harrison had the
That's Kenny.
Hey, Harrison, here's the best part. He had jeans on, rolled one of the jeans up to the knee because he had a brace on his Achilles on it that he was limping around. And I'll tell you what, Harrison, I walked 8.3 miles yesterday. Kenny Mayne did the same thing with a gimpy Will. He's a lot tougher than I am.
He's a warrior, man.
Yeah. And he's tall.
He is tall.
Yeah.
That's
Kenny
a man
Mayne.
right there.
Kenny Mayne, everyone knows he's the funny man, the great anchor, and he gave us some great stories. But it's funny because sometimes Jay, those guys can be standoffish when they're off of the actual stage. I'm not saying Kenny Mayne was one at top, but he was like, hey, let's take a picture, let's have a conversation.
Oh, yeah, he was more than welcoming. I think he just said, hey, I'm ready to get out of here. So I think if we would have caught him earlier in the day, he might have wanted to go have a couple beers with us.
And I would have done that with Kenny Mayne.
Yeah, we
just rolled up.
Because I think if we had a couple beers with us, Jake, if he had 2 beers with us, it would end up being 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're still looking forward to it. There's a media part. So we have a little conundrum here, Harris. We need your help here. We have a conundrum. It's 4:20 right now, Central Pacific time. We got 2 options tonight. Now we'll try to hit the casino and get some drinks. Possibly it is at some point, but there's the official media party of the Super Bowl from 6 to 11 p.m. Take a shuttle over there, or we could go to a Vegas Knights hockey game against the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid. What would you do, Harrison?
I'm going NHL.
Yeah, we're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. Tickets aren't cheap, as you could assume. It's in Vegas with the Super Bowl week. This is the only home game they have all week. I checked the schedule. They have 2 road games on Friday and Sunday. This is the only home game of Super Bowl week. So it's our only chance to go if we go.
Fair enough. I would definitely take that. But what's left for you guys? And by the way, we're still waiting for the answer on that All-Pro back in the 75 year. Still,
go ahead and take it, Harrison.
We're not taking it. Jay Foreman,
who is listening that is not getting the most easiest hint? I know who it is.
It is not Lawrence McCutcheon. It is not Jim Braxton.
Did they say Lawrence McCutcheon?
Yeah, we got that one in there. You could. Jay Foreman knows the guy pretty well. That's your guess. I'd imagine they got a pretty good relationship, but it is still out there. Name that.
I know Orenthal James too. Orenthal, the juice.
But what do you guys got left as we got about 4 more minutes here before we get to our first break? And again, you guys can always join in, get that answer in for that All-Pro back in the 75 year with OJ Simpson's roster. 402-464-5685. But what's left on you guys' big board? Who are some people that you guys really want to get some interviews here left?
Well, I mean, tomorrow we've got Solomon Wilcots, longtime analysts for college and NFL football. That'd be big. Your boy Harrison. We got Rick Harrison coming on Thursday, 11:15 this time, 1:15 p.m. Central Time. We got Kevin Harlan coming on Friday. We got Mike Golick on tomorrow, I think at 4:30 this time, so 6:30. So in the Ahman Green hour again tomorrow. But yeah, we'll take anybody that's cool that stops by, man. We were friendly. We don't bite, right, Jay? We don't bite.
Yeah.
We'll try to get some guys that I know that we were this close. I had a conversation. We were this close to getting Thomas Dimitroff of the Atlanta Falcons stopping by, but he got busy.
Yeah.
So not happening today, this week at all. I don't know. It's a big question to ask, Harrison. We got guys in the way. But if Tech 9 wants to sit down with us, we'll talk to Tech 9.
That'd be incredible. That'd be incredible. And we finally did get the answer. It took a little bit there, but yes, Crowbait, first one to get it. Chuck Foreman. That is the answer for that All-Pro back in the year 75.
It's like the worst kept secret in radio.
Yeah. Once we gave the hints away, we got about 10 people, but Crowbait, you were the first one. So that is yours. That is your Super Bowl square. So that's all the Super Bowl squares we're giving up as far as today. Tomorrow, we'll restart that again as we still got plenty ahead to give away throughout the week here. But with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and throw it to our first break. Hopefully on the other side, we can get Ahman Green to join us. But we got Jay Foreman and, of course, the one and only Jake Sorensen on early break live at Radio Row down there in Las Vegas, getting ready for the Super Bowl. So don't go anywhere. Plenty left ahead here on the Ahman Green Show on Ticket Weeknights.
Houses, they're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Junior Achievement at Lincoln inspires and prepares today's young dreamers to be tomorrow's goal breakers, leaders, and things we haven't even imagined yet. Help more kids while having a great time at the JA Bowl-a-thon. Sign your team up and raise money to ensure the educational programs focused on financial literacy, career readiness, and entrepreneurship are always free to thousands of students. The JA Bowl-a-thon is February 16th and 17th at Parkway Lanes and Hollywood Bowl. Register at lincoln.ja.org.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. Navigating the legal system can be stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. Liberty Law Group is here to do the heavy lifting for you. We believe in treating every client with respect and understanding. When you're in need of legal assistance, trust Liberty Law Group to fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Doors Plus.
All right, welcome back into the Ahman Green Show. I am Harrison Arns back here at the 1040 Ticket Studios. We still got Jay Foreman and Jake Sorensen live at Radio Row down there in Las Vegas. Hopefully we got Ahman Green on the other side. If not, I'm sure he can't be too far away. But guys, how's it going?
Hey, I got a report from Ahman Green. I've been texting him to say, hey. So I text, here's the deal. You need to have a credential to get into Radio Row. Anything Super Bowl related, you need to have a credential. Mm-hmm. So I texted Ahman. I said, hey, do you have your credential? He says, I don't. Okay. So, but he says, they close at 5:00 this time. So it's 4:30. So he can get his credential. The bad news for him is that the show ends at 5:00 this time too, because of that's the nature of the beast. So, hey, Ahman Green might be here before 7:00 your guys' time, 5:00 this time. And if he is, we will gladly bring him on, and maybe we'll have him on tomorrow through Friday, obviously here, or Thursday. But he is in Vegas. I can confirm that he is in this vicinity. I'll tell you that much for sure. If he's going to be on the show, we will see, but we will gladly welcome him in if he does make his way here.
Yeah, hopefully. You'd think he'd get the green card for being Ahman Green, pretty notable figure. But nonetheless, hopefully we can get him on here later at the end of the show. If not, we'll just get right back to it on Thursday because we got the Supernovas tomorrow. But nonetheless, guys, you got a little bit of time there left what do you got ahead as you kind of wrap up this second day here on Radio Row?
Well, again, tomorrow got our guest we pointed out with Solomon Wilcox and Mike Golick, among others who come in. But the real game plan is what's tonight. We're still deciding, is it going to be NHL hockey or the media party? Number one, we've decided that we need to get some substance in our bodies no matter what. No matter what happens of the party or the game, we need to get some sort of food and a beverage in our body.
You know what type of Harrison?
This
you
is
know
adult,
what time it is.
Adult listening time.
It's Miller time, baby.
we are
it's Miller time.
There's a deal going on where if you buy two big, like 24-ounce, the tall boys. Is it a silo? The term? You buy two silos, you get a free shot with it. So yesterday I was waiting for Jay to come down from his room and say, I'll be the good guy and buy the silos, and then I got the free shot out of it.
Yeah,
so Jay's like, hey,
shot was gone.
I get the shot this time tonight, man. So it was fun. We went to the Timbers. I think it was still called Timbers, the restaurant at the hotel. So maybe we're not going to go there again, because it was very good. We'd like to go to Chef Michael Mina's place at some point at Bellagio. But we'll sure get some food at the party or at the game tonight. So that's the scoop. What's going on here, Harrison? But I tell you what, in terms of people asking, what does it look like right now as the day dies down? It's still pretty busy in here.
Yeah.
You've seen some tables that have emptied out, like people are moved on for the day and are on their way to enjoying an evening in Vegas. But there's still well over half, 3/4 of the people still here at their different booths. So it's not like done here.
Yeah, now you have the local news stations, that sports stations that are doing their live shoots and stuff like that, and the big networks that are on the national shows that they're gone, and but that's just the way Radio Row goes, and I think it's gonna get real intense tomorrow, because you got more people coming in, and probably every table will be used, but we'll keep doing our thing, man. I think the goal should be to see if we gotta get a selfie with Tech 9.
That's a good goal. If you can get Tech 9, I'll be impressed.
Right now?
He's right there.
Over there sitting down?
But that's his handler right there.
Which one?
Right there. Only dude.
They
dress alike.
Listen, we're going to talk when he gets over here. We'll get a picture with Tech 9.
Yeah.
I took a picture of him last night at opening night. I was right by.
We got to get in there with him.
We got to get we need some more selfies here.
Yeah.
I just been informed. Here's the deal. I got in trouble. I'm going to tell the skinny here. You cannot have your actual credential in a video or photo. So I posted a picture of you, me, and Carrot Top, and I didn't think to edit out the credential. And within like 2 minutes, like they are, whoever's in charge, they are like scouring social media to make sure that these things are not posted. And they said, hey, please take that picture down or black out the credential. So I took it down. If you see the post up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's scratched out because I was forced to scratch it out by the NFL themselves. But I was going to make sure it's still up. So that's the skinny there.
Yeah.
That's why it's scratched out. There's how the hot dog's made.
Nothing is going to stop us taking a picture with Carrot Top.
Yeah.
No, we did.
Tech 9's the next big goal. You send Sorensen, be the icebreaker, see if you can get that one done.
And Harrison, if we get Tech 9, we got to play the theme song that we used to have back when we used to play in Nebraska.
Yeah, give me some serious time to go ahead and scrub that. That'll take a little bit of a few editing to make sure it's good for the airwaves.
See, Harrison, the big rap fan. He likes Kid Cudi. I'm sure he loves Tech 9 also.
Tech 9,
it's been part of his childhood growing up.
When he's with the Road Dog Villains, it was right, Harrison. You know what time it is. Yeah, that song from Tech 9 and the Road Dog Villains is exactly what was going to be going on at about 5:10 local time.
Yes. You know what? I don't want to.
We will be commencing.
Speaking of singers and artists, I don't want to make this a somber thing. I'll make sure to mention this. So we've not said this at all today.
Yeah.
A sad note in the world of music. Toby Keith passed away from stomach cancer complications. Obviously, got to him, and he'd been suffering that for a couple of years. And I didn't know it had gotten to the point where it was this dire. Last time I had heard, I thought he was getting recovering from it, but we found the news this morning that Toby Keith had passed away, age 62. It's a horrible thing for music, country music, particularly. An icon.
He was big in sports
singer.
as well.
So sad.
Yeah, Oklahoma Sooner. So
dang. I went to his bar at OKC though. I went to Toby Keith bar. It was a great place. But what a terrible loss for entertainment, for music, country music, all they like, and sports. He's a big sports fan. So sad day. Toby Keith, R.I.P., age 62.
Yeah. Like you know me from early break intern, not a big country guy, but obviously Toby Keith, just a great guy overall. He was one of those people that anytime he talked to just fans or press, anybody in general, just overall, just a really great guy, and publicly was always a pretty honest and genuine person. So definitely a lost artist there. Rest in peace, Toby Keith. But yeah, that was surprising news today. But in the spirit of the Super Bowl, I do feel like we got to talk about it. My mind's flipped back and forth already 5 times trying to figure out if I'm favoring the Chiefs or the 49ers. As it sits right now, without giving your picks away, looking into this game with the 49ers, you look at the defense, hasn't been what you expected. And then you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, it hasn't been necessarily an offensive explosion. That's rather Mahomes kind of playing it safe. They only got 17 versus the Ravens. But as it sits right now on this Tuesday night, which way are you guys leaning, 49ers or Chiefs?
I'm leaning Chiefs. I don't want them. I want the Niners to win. I'm sick of the Chiefs. I'm fine saying that. We're not a Chiefs affiliate. We don't carry the Chiefs, but I know they're the closest team to Nebraska. Don't hurt me. Listen, I'm a Dolphins fan. Jay's a Bills fan. We're AFC guys. We're sick of the Chiefs, so I'm not going to speak for Jay.
Yeah.
But myself, San Francisco. They're trying to get revenge on losing this game a couple years ago to the Chiefs. I think right now, entering the postseason, you would have said if these two teams matched up, you would favor San Francisco. But the way the postseason has gone, of the Niners winning 2 games but scuffling in doing so, barely beating the Packers, barely beating the Lions down by 17, versus the Chiefs, who took care of business against the Dolphins, go on the road, beat the Bills, go on the road, beat the Ravens. They're more battle-tested right now. They have Mahomes versus Brock Purdy in his first game there. That's why I have to favor the Niners. Favor the Chiefs. Excuse me. It's the Mahomes factor and the battle-tested factor, Jay.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are more battle-tested, obviously, with that extra game. But I think this is the Niners' year, man. I think that when I got the read on the two teams last night, felt like the Chiefs were a little too overconfident. Felt they were. I
agree with that.
I felt they were borderline cocky. The 49ers look focused, ferocious. I think, and I'm assuming, with Greenlaw and Fred Warner, they can do a better job against Travis Kelce. I think Wilkes will do a better job as a defensive coordinator than McDonald. McDonald got outclassed. I think Wilkes has been he's gone against Andy Reid and 8 million different times. I feel like outside they'll be able to match up a little bit better, man to man. And I think the way Christian McCaffrey and that offensive line is able to seal games against a Chiefs defense that's out with Gay, with the linebacker Gay out.
Yep, Willie Gay.
Willie Gay. And so what Willie Gay is, he's good against the run and really good against the pass. Christian McCaffrey does both. I'm going 49ers. Yeah. Let's go.
I'm thinking 49ers.
But I'm only picking the Chiefs if Tech 9 comes over here. I'm saying I got to make sure the homies he look a little, for a little short dude, he look like he can get down a little bit. He might hit me up, Harrison.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have a text right here from an unknown texter, 4672, says, I think Ahman owes you guys a beer and a shot for each minute he's late. So, again, when Ahman gets there.
I might die if that's the case.
Maybe not that much. Maybe spread it out to every segment. But nonetheless, hopefully we can get Ahman. And, again, hopefully he gets his credentials. But I'm with you guys. I'm leaning the 49ers as well. You look at Christian McCaffrey. He led the league in yards after contact. He led the league in yards on the initial rush. So, I think with Christian McCaffrey, what he's going to be able to do, just keep that tempo. You don't need Brock Purdy to have all this pressure on his shoulders. He's got weapons, and I am tired of the game manager stuff. You heard Cam Newton talk about it earlier. I don't know why at one point that's ever been a con on a player for playing it safe and not turning the ball over. That's a great thing to be a game manager. Nebraska football certainly could have used that at times. But do you think if Brock Purdy starts off slow, that's my biggest concern with this Chiefs defense, if they're able to get pressure on it, Brock Purdy, because you've seen it over and over again. He's going to be able to have those late drives to go ahead and win the game. But I don't feel very good if it's versus the Chiefs, especially since we've seen it year after year. You don't want to be down to the Chiefs late in the game.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Harrison. I think, Patrick Mahomes having a lead, being able to play small ball, if you want to, have a basketball or baseball analogy and kind of squeeze you to death is not what you want to do. But I also think that Brock Purdy and this team, right, they've been able to answer every bell. You got to think, Green Bay kicked their butt up and down the field. What they do? Make enough plays under pressure to do it. They could have very easily against Detroit packed it in they found a way to come back. Now, granted, there's no comparison between Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes, but we've seen Kansas City allow teams to come back and beat them.
Yes.
Think about a couple years ago in Kansas City, Shiesty Joe Burrow down by, I think, 13 points, and then what did they go? 17 unanswered. So if you can find a way to get a couple key stops against Kansas City, and then your offense gets rolling, I think the dynamics of the whole game starts to change.
Yeah, and again, I went back and I watched that Ravens Chiefs games quite a few times because obviously, shout out to Warhorse Casino. I really thought the Ravens were going to go ahead and take care of that one. And with the Baltimore Ravens,
Jake, you need to go get Tech
it just was. And we got Jake Sorensen heading out trying to grab Tech 9 right
man.
now.
You got to get over and get Tech. Hey, Harrison, you know what time it is.
A little teaser out there, 402-464-5685. Go ahead. If you got questions you want Sorensen to ask, we'll go ahead and put those in there. But if you can get Tech 9, that's a major win for Sorensen. Are you worried at all that you're sending him solo?
Harrison, part of this trip is getting Jake out of his comfort zone.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you worried you just sent him solo to go handle Tech 9?
Yeah, I might. Yeah, Harrison, we might have to go to break. I think I might get in there real quick.
Dip out. I'll wrap this one up, and then hopefully when we come back, we can have Tech 9 on here. But we're going to plug those guys out, and we'll just keep it right back here in studio. So we got Jake Sorensen and Jay Foreman live at Radio Row. Hopefully we can still get Ahman Green plugged in there. But they're right now attempting to hopefully get Tech 9 and go ahead and ask him some sports questions, maybe some music industry questions. And that's kind of the best thing about Radio Row. We're getting Rick Harrison, producer for Pawn Stars. They got Carrot Top, and you're just getting all these unique interviews, all that Radio Row, guys that you wouldn't necessarily expect that have a vested interest in the NFL and the Super Bowl. But nonetheless, hopefully when we come back from this break, we'll have Tech 9 on the other side with Jay Foreman and, of course, Jake Sorensen, and maybe Ahman Green will be in the mix as well. So don't go anywhere. And hopefully on the other side, we got some more interviews live at Radio Row from Las Vegas with Jay Foreman, Jake Sorensen, and Harrison Arns. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, And Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Stop asking your friends if they're hosting a party this Sunday and come for the real party instead. Join 93.7 The Ticket for the big game at Wings and Rings at 68th and O this Sunday and walk away with great prizes just for showing up. Why worry about making a great spread of food for the game at your house when you can enjoy all the great wings and more at Wings and Rings? It's the big game party with 93.7 The Ticket at Wings and Rings this Sunday at 68th and O.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Husker fans, it's your last chance to catch your top-ranked Nebraska wrestling team in action at the Bob Devaney Sports Center as they host a top 15 conference matchup on Friday, February 9th against number 13 Michigan. It's their annual Pepsi Pack the House duel, and all tickets and 24-ounce Pepsi products are just $1. The duel starts at 6 p.m. Get your tickets today by visiting huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
Ever feel judged at the gym?
You don't know how to use the leg curl machine? Are you serious? Is this your first day alive? No, it's okay. I love helping people during their first day on Earth.
At Planet Fitness, get energy without the judgment and join the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Get energized today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 16th. See Home Club for details.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies expected tonight. We should be able to avoid the fog. We'll see a very mild night, a low down to around 44. A high tomorrow approaching 60, but south winds could gust over 40 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, a low of 47 and a chance of scattered showers. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Doors Plus.
All right, welcome back into the Ahman Green Show. I'm Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. No Ahman Green, but I did see an update from Jake Sorensen and Jay Foreman live at Radio Row. Jake Sorensen, well done. Well done. Go ahead and break the news.
Man, so Jay saw Tech 9 over the last hour or so and said, we got to get a picture with Tech 9. I said, all right, okay, man. I'll go make the introduction. We'll get a little handshake in, ask for a picture, which we did. So, yes, we this time we did it properly. I took off the media pass so that we can't get yelled at by the NFL for having the credential out. So we had our passes off. But we did get a picture with Tech 9. So that is on Twitter, on Facebook. We did not have an interview with him. Maybe he's back tomorrow. We can have him sit down. But Tech 9 is in the building. And by the way, Ahman Green told me he was getting his credential.
Yeah, very nice.
It's too bad that the show ends in 7 minutes from now. So probably not going to hear from Ahman today. But tomorrow, probably be here from 4 to 5 p.m. this time, 6 to 7 p.m. Your time. So he's calling me. I'm getting a phone call from Ahman Green. So let's see where he's at. Should I answer on the phone on the air?
Yeah, let's come on. Live thoughts right on the airwaves. But no worries there as Ahman Green, obviously with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll get him. We got plenty of time the rest of the week.
Yeah, and then all I can say this much: Ahman's definitely not just taking breaks out there. That guy's incredibly busy. Obviously, he's got plenty of things, not only with the ticket, but also plenty of gaming events. Well, he's big in that department, doing a lot for Madden. I know. Yeah, plenty of fun stuff there. Since this is kind of an esports show, Jay Foreman, if you were to throw up Madden and play Ahman Green, what would the results be? Is that up your alley? Do you play any of those Madden, 2K, any of that stuff?
I play 2K. I used to play Madden, but Ahman would he'd have to spot me. He'd have to spot me like 21 points or something. But we used to always play it. Back in the day. That was some of the most competitive nights we used to have is playing Madden and getting on the sticks. If you're down 21 points, you got to get off the sticks. down 21 nothing, it's reset. So those are the bragging rights that we had in the locker room. You don't want to walk in the locker room and you went over to somebody's house and you got 21 pointed. We're definitely going to give you the business. But, what's crazy is we're staying down here at the Luxor right next to our hotel, or at least I can see outside of the hotel. There's a whole esports hotel, must be where Ahman is doing his thing at. So that just let you know the magnitude of esports. And obviously Ahman Green is heavily involved in it. Obviously at the University of Nebraska has multiple esports, shows and podcasts. And so they're just as busy as the athletes down here. If people think that esports is just, guys hanging around, sitting around in their boxers and tank tops playing video games, you're sorely mistaken, because they definitely know how to play. They're playing it competitive, and they got to train for it. So it's no different. If you want to be good at something, you got to put time in it, and they definitely put enough time in it to be great at it.
Yeah. Ahman Green will join us tomorrow. He does have his credential, it sounds like, but he will be in this area tomorrow, so we will not have him this evening as we have 5 minutes left in the show. But he informed me that he will be in this area by like 1 or 2 p.m. tomorrow at the latest, and so we'll have him join us for some interviews on the air. Talk to he knows you guys both got connections left and right in the NFL, so we could bring some guys over here. So
there'll probably be some more. NFC guys and stuff like that I'm on.
I felt bad, though, because on the tram over here, we came from the Luxor to the Mandalay Bay. Me and Jay were in the same little area as 2 people that told us they're from Green Bay. I'm like, imagine they get on this tram, and here's Ahman Green, the top running back in terms of yardage ever in the history of the Packers. Now, if I was a fan, I'd be like just speechless probably if I didn't know Ahman Green like we know at the station. But he would have
definitely made that couple's day.
Their week.
Their week. And here's the funny thing, Harrison. They came down here because they thought Green Bay was going to win the Super Bowl. And they were probably one tip interception away from being possibly the NFC representative in the Super Bowl. So I know that they're down here probably having a good time, but it probably would have made their trip that much better if they were able to meet Ahman Green.
Yeah, unfortunately for Packers fans, it always ends at that NFC divisional final. So you can't really ever bank on going to a Super Bowl. I'm only saying that as a bitter Bear fan. But nonetheless, we do got one more from the text line from Hubert, my very own brother. He said, "Get Tech 9, please. My past high school basketball career needs it." So definitely a lot of requests for Tech 9. Shout out to Sorensen for getting this selfie. But hopefully we can get that one. But along with everything else, there's going to be plenty of interviews left ahead as we got both of you guys representing the ticket down there at Radio Row in Vegas, getting ready for the Super Bowl. And before we get out here, we got the two Super Bowl squares given away. We'll reset that again tomorrow. And then up next, we will have high school hoops. So again, there's still plenty left ahead here on Ticket Weeknight. So we'll have high school hoops up next. And then as well, we'll wrap things up with the Daily Nebraskan, as always, from 11 to midnight. So that's going to wrap it up for us right here on the Ahman Green Show. No Ahman Green, but that's all right. He'll be back on with those guys tomorrow. So shout out to Jay Foreman, Jake Sorensen for hanging out with me for an extra hour here as we covered the show. But don't go anywhere. Like I said, plenty left ahead here. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.